And I'm pleased to welcome in now senior advisor to former President Donald Trump, Jason Miller, joins us today. Jason, welcome in. Good to see you.
Bianca, good to be with you.
You know, when you hear Merrick Garland say that this is all a conspiracy, and then moments later, he's offered to clear it all up by just handing over any communication he had with his number 3, Colangelo, going to work for Bragg. He doesn't do that. And that right there, I think, is the biggest, highlight of some of this, because they can say these things. Doesn't mean the American people aren't seeing through it, Jason. What's your take on what we heard from Merrick Garland in regards to that particular weaponization comment?
I think Merrick Garland is flat and simple lying to the American public. And the vast majority of Americans do believe that this lawfare, this weaponization of our justice system against President Trump, is purely motivated by politics. And there are too many direct connections when it comes to Joe Biden's DOJ and some of these various prosecutions, or persecutions, as I think more accurately describes it, around the country. And Americans see right through this. They realize that Biden and his allies would rather be talking about President Trump than talking about inflation or immigration or Israel or any other chaos or hotspots all around the world. So for Merrick Garland, I think that's pretty rich of him to say, to get up there and say that, but I don't buy it for 1 minute.
Oh, they're talking about Donald Trump, aren't they? As you know, they're really latching on to this convicted felon title. I'm sure the campaign saw this coming, well prepared. Biden saying this, that it's uncharted territory, a former president, convicted felon. Interesting, too, we also want to note it comes on the heels of this tweet from George Soros' son, Alex, on X. This is all in plain sight, folks. They are not joking around. Repetition, he writes, Jason, is the key to a successful message. We want people to wrestle with the notion of hiring a convicted felon for the most important job in the country. Really reeks of election interference when you read it that way.
Well, it is, and this is why it's all weaponized. They can't run on any of the core issues, and quite frankly, that's why President Trump's numbers keep going up, whether it be with Morning Consult, you look at the Daily Mail poll, you look at the Daily Express, over and over, numbers keep coming forward showing that President Trump is gaining. Americans are suffering all around the country. They have real problems when it comes to having to decide between groceries or gas. Are people even able to do a vacation this year? People are having to pick up second jobs or cash out 401ks to make ends meet. And another thing, even as we're waiting for this Joe Biden announcement coming at 2 o'clock with regard to the border, this is another thing that Joe Biden and his cronies don't want to be talking about. Joe Biden created this border crisis, and really this plan that he's rolling out at 2 p.m., all it does is fast track the asylum of illegal entries.
Yeah, it's been exposed, Jason. I'm glad you pointed that out, is that there were hundreds of thousands of cases reportedly that they just didn't decide on. So these people aren't deported. They're just hanging around here. So they're probably living off the taxpayer dole in these hotels or getting these debit cards or potentially becoming voters.